The Asian Pacific American Legal Center, or APALC, is the nation's largest nonprofit legal organization focused on providing the growing Asian and Pacific Islander communities with multilingual, culturally sensitive legal services, education, and civil rights advocacy. Founded in 1983, APALC today celebrates over 20 years of commitment and dedication to the community. In order to achieve social justice and equality, APALC engages in 4 strategies. We provide direct legal services, engage in litigation to change laws and practices, analyze and advocate on policies, and develop new leaders in our communities and among our youth. Many new immigrants and refugees have difficulty understanding American laws and our legal system. Most vulnerable are the large percentage of Asian immigrants. Every year, APALC helps thousands of low-income individuals with their legal issues.
Providing English-only services is like asking a blind person to use a telescope. The need for language services can be demonstrated by the number of phone calls that pour into the Asian language legal intake program, over 1,000 into our Chinese, Korean, Khmer, and Vietnamese lines each month.
Together, Legal Center staff speak more than a dozen Asian languages and dialects, as well as Spanish.
Khmer hotline was added in 2003, and I have served more than 400 clients. Most of my clients call for is more like applying for the citizenship due to the deportations.
APALC provides legal assistance on a wide range of issues, including immigration, family law and domestic violence, housing, and consumer rights. We also provide extensive education and outreach on legal issues. Often, individual cases reveal a widespread problem that requires a systemic solution. To this end, APALC pursues impact litigation aimed at changing employer or government policies. Since the mid-1990s, the Legal Center has fought sweatshop conditions and advocated for employer accountability in the garment industry, mainly through impact litigation on behalf of Asian and Latino garment workers. In 2004, APALC, along with public counsel, settled a case involving unfair business practices by a local car dealership against Chinese-speaking consumers.
We initially filed the lawsuit on behalf of these 5 plaintiffs. We had a press conference, and that press conference generated a number of phone calls from people who were in similar situations.
Customers with very good to excellent credit shouldn't be put into high-cost loans simply because of their unfamiliarity with financing. And Chinese customers who negotiate their contracts in Mandarin shouldn't then find that their English contracts contain terms that are different and much more onerous.
APALC's policy and advocacy strategy efforts have focused on such areas as immigrant welfare and health, voting rights, and hate crimes education and prevention. The Legal Center works on welfare and health issues affecting low-income immigrants at the local, state, and federal levels.
There are times when helping an individual or filing a lawsuit are not enough to achieve social justice. Sometimes public policy needs to be changed for the better. In that vein, APALC has provided a voice for immigrants and Asian Americans in Sacramento.
Following the tragic hate-motivated killing of 17-year-old Kenneth Chu, the Legal Center worked with the Chu family and Assemblymember Judy Chu to develop a legislative proposal to strengthen protections for hate crime victims. APALC co-sponsored AB 2428, or Kenny's Law, along with Chinese for Affirmative Action. On October 4, 2004, the governor signed AB 2428 into law. Unique to APALC as a legal organization is our well-established work in human relations, particularly leadership development and race relations. Our leadership development strategy aims to empower community members, youth, and parents to become stronger community leaders and social justice advocates.
You know, there are over 1 million different ways to work for social justice, which is why the Legal Center uses more than one strategy, with leadership development being a part of that.
In 2003, a new youth program, Preparing Asian Pacific American Youth Advocates, or PAPAYA, was launched at 2 public high schools in the San Gabriel Valley to encourage and facilitate community involvement and advocacy by API students and their families.
What we're doing is trying to work with people up front on the human relations issues that oftentimes, if undealt with, can lead to the need for advocacy and litigation and things like that. So what we try to focus on doing is building solidarity and understanding among different communities and people.
APALC collaborates with many different groups and is proud of our affiliation with the National Asian Pacific American Legal Consortium in Washington, D.C., and the Asian Pacific American Dispute Resolution Center in Los Angeles. As APALC advances into its third decade, we will strengthen our role in providing legal services, civil rights advocacy, and leadership development within and beyond the Asian and Pacific Islander community.
Our staff and board are proud to have served over 10,000 people in need in the past 12 months. But we can't do this work alone. We deeply appreciate the efforts of volunteers and partnering organizations to accomplish this work. Our special thanks goes to our donors, including dinner sponsors and Defender League participants, as well as the many generous donors to our very successful building campaign. Now we have a permanent home in this great building of over 32,000 square feet.
We look to our friends and supporters for your continued partnership and participation as we serve the many needs of our diverse population.
Thank you very much.